and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking into how to use the harmonized major scale. So you must have heard a lot of people talking about the harmonized major scale in order to improvise and add sauce to your improvisation instead of being stuck in playing the minor pentatonic on and on again. So I'm going to break down the fundamentals of the harmonized major scale and how you can start integrating it into your playing now. The first thing to understand is what harmonizing a major scale is, and essentially what it means is playing the scale using chords. So if we're in the key of A mixolydian, we need to figure out what the major scale that relates to this would be. Any mixolydian key would be the fifth mode of a major key. So we need to figure out what's the fifth mode of A mixolydian, which would be D major 7. Well, D. It's just the fifth note of the major scale. So now that we know it's D, we need to use a simple formula in order to get the rest of the harmonized major scale chords. So the formula is tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. And it's always going to be major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor, diminished, back to major, which would be the one chord. To give you an example of that, in D major, we would start with, and we're doing this in seventh chords. So D major 7, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7, G major 7, A7 or A dominant, then D minor 7, C sharp half diminished, back to D major 7. So now that you know these chords, how do we actually use them to improvise? Well, so A mixolydian is A7, so this chord is very important, and the easiest way, or it would be here, we need to figure out what the notes are in this chord. So it would be A, E, G, and C sharp, right? And if you were paying attention, all those notes had chords in the harmonized major scale. So those are the chords which are going to sound best in A mixolydian because the chord has those notes in it. And to finalize my point, we're going to get the arpeggios of those four chords, and that's going to make it sound really cool, and that's the purpose of harmonizing the major scale. So the notes which we need is A, so A7, right? E minor 7 here. Then, what was the next one? G major 7, and C sharp half diminished. So to make it more easy, because the chords are obviously in different parts of the neck, it's best to figure out the arpeggios in one spot, and then obviously in every spot of the neck, but to make it easier, pick one location. And I'm gonna go over here because the A minor pentatonic scale is here, so it would be much easier to combine those arpeggios with the pentatonic when it's in one place. I'm gonna do it in like 4 to 5 notes so that it's not long arpeggios, because when you're gonna be playing them as lines, you're probably not gonna play the whole arpeggio. So it's good to like learn them in pieces of like 4 notes. But yeah, so E minor 7 would be, right? G major 7 would be, like the intro to Stranger Things. Yeah, then That's just the chord of A7. If you don't know your arpeggios, the easiest way to get them is by seeing the chord. And then the C sharp half diminished. So once you've identified these arpeggios, you can try looking for them all over the fretboard in every position so that you can seamlessly switch from one to the other whilst improvising, because you don't want to be limited to just one position on the fretboard. And what you want to do is incorporate those things over a groove in A7, well, in A mixolydian. One really cool lick that I like with C sharp half diminished is this. And then back to A, right? Yeah, it's really fun to do. For the A dominant 7 arpeggio, it's gonna sound like this. And the third and the flat 7 are the guide tones, because mixolydian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. So if you start, rather than starting on any random note in the arpeggio, you start on the 3 or the flat 7, it's going to sound more like you're highlighting that dominant sound. So the root is obviously the A, and the third would be here. Yeah, the third is the C sharp, which makes sense. Yeah, I guess in order for it to sound good, I would recommend mixing minor pentatonic with major pentatonic and then adding those arpeggios in. So instead of just playing minor pentatonic lines like this, you could go minor pentatonic to major, so. And then finish it off with one of the lines of arpeggios. So that was G major. Oh. You can take a few notes from the arpeggios and not play the full one, and it's still gonna sound pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of my 101 on how to use the harmonized major scale to sound more interesting and kind of get out of that rut of staying in the minor pentatonic. So let me know if that helps, and I can definitely go into more detail on this, but this is kind of a very good beginning. And yeah, and your homework is to take a different key and try to figure out the same thing, you know. So if we were going to go to C, which would be G major, well, G mixolydian would make C. Yeah, so let me know how you get on with this, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you'd like me to make another video explaining something more in depth. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope this helps. See you next time.